In this video cheat sheet, we're going to limit the label distribution throughout your network. We're going to start off with some baseline show commands to show MPLS LDP neighbor, and then show MPLS IP bindings for two particular prefixes, and then do a debug command of debug MPLS LDP messages received to see how things change as we limit the label distribution, and then finish up with verification show commands of show MPLS LDP neighbor and bindings. Let's look at the network topology. We are going to first start off configuring a filter policy here on 3 and 4 for what it's going to advertise to 2. So that's the first scenario, and this is going to seem extremely strange, but I have never ever been able to get this to work. I'm going to show it to you. It's documented. Cisco says it works, and I've tried it many times in my studies and in my CCIE travels, but I've never been able to get it to work, and I will show you that. Then the second one that we're going to do is here on router 2, where we're going to filter. So the first one where we're filtering what router 3 and router 4 advertised it to, and then on 2, the second scenario, I'm going to filter what router 2 will accept from 3 and 4, and I always get that to work. So let's go ahead and get started. Start here on router 2 with some show commands. Show MPLS LDP neighbor and those two binds for 5 and 6's loopback address. And there we have them. We have a peer to 3. We have a peer to 4 that we brought up in the last video cheat sheet. And then here's our bindings to 5 and 6 and the labels that they're going to use to get out to those prefixes. So I'm going to do a debug MPLS LDP messages received here on router 2. So we can see if anything changes as we go over to router 3 and 4. Alright, so the first method that we're going to use, that once again I have never been able to successfully get to work, is the show MPLS LDP advertise labels for, and this is the access list name or number, and what I've got set up here is that I only want to permit this prefix right here, as far as labels go, to be advertised through to that neighbor. And once again, according to all the Cisco documentation, this is exactly how you do it. So I'm only going to permit this advertisement of labels for this prefixes through to router 2. That's where this comes from. This is the access list number or name for that access list. So only allow what comes out of access list 1 to the neighbor and access list 2. So let's go ahead and configure that. And we're going to do that both on 3 and 4. Alright, so let's go back over to 2 and look at our bindings. Tell you what, in all fairness, what I'm going to do first before we do the show command is I'm going to clear my MPLS LDP neighbors. I'm going to clear all of them, just so that everything refreshes and everything will start over again. Alright, so I cleared those adjacencies and they have come back up. So now I am going to put in my commands from previous, and as you can see, I am paired with 4 and I am paired with 3, and I still have these label bindings to these neighbors. So once again, I didn't get it to work, and I guarantee you that follows the Cisco documentation. So now what I'm going to do on router 2, I'm going to actually configure an inbound filter list, and I'm going to say from my MPLS LDP neighbor 3 and 4, I'm only going to accept labels that comes through this access list, and I'm only going to accept the one that I originally wanted to filter coming out of 3 and 4. So I'm going to create my access list, and then I'm going to say that these neighbors I should only receive this prefix from those neighbors. To keep things fair, I'm going to clear the peer like I did last time. So I cleared my peers, and they're back up to 4 and up to 3, and when I do my show MPLS bindings now, I don't have any label bindings, so that filter worked.